Hey, this is Rich of Twilight Pools. Hey, today I wanted to make a video. Had someone comment on a different unrelated video about how to turn a pool around, so I figured I'd want to make a video about that. So I'm giving you my prescription for turning a pool around quickly. This is what I would use if I was turning the pool around. These are the steps that I would follow, and so just give you some understanding on that to help you turn your own pool around. And you follow these steps and it should work. No problems. All right, here's the steps on this. So here's all of the steps. And so anyway, we'll just talk through them individually. If you needed to, stop the video and see what all the steps are, you certainly can. But I'll talk through them individually. And so first is balance the pH to 7.2 using half-gallon or gallon dosages. Sometimes you talk to a pool store and they say only add 16 ounces at a time every 4 hours or something. You don't have to do that. We're talking about a 20,000 gallon pool here. That's what I'm referencing as far as how to turn one around. And so if you want to be on the lower end of the scale, so you can add half-gallon dosages. If you're about 7.6, 7.8, half-gallon should work. If you're over 8 and you've been over 8 for a long time, then you add a whole gallon, wait 8 hours, and then check it again. You might have to add another gallon to get it back to the 7.2 range if it's over 8. But anyway, just keep on that. Balance it as quickly as you can to get it about the 7.2 range. You want to be on the low end of the scale there as far as 7.2, 7.4 is good. Then you're going to brush the entire pool. Just with a pool brush, just brush the entire pool. You don't want any algae sitting there. You want to brush the whole thing and get the algae in suspension as much as you can. And then so for a 20,000 gallon pool, the mistake that people make when they're trying to turn a pool around is first they don't use enough free chlorine. They don't use enough chlorine shock to get your free chlorine level up. So for, let's say if you can see the bottom still, I'd start with maybe about 12 pounds of shock. If you can't see the bottom, start with 15 pounds of shock. Then you're also going to add a whole bottle of Yellow Treat algicide, whole 2-pound bottle. It's the Yellow Treat sodium bromide algicide. Don't use something else. This stuff works. Somebody made a comment on my video about Yellow Treat one time saying it doesn't work. And dude, I use this stuff every week to kill algae. It works. They probably just didn't put enough shock in or something like that. They didn't give any details related to the comments, so their comment got deleted because the Yellow Treat absolutely does work. Then add a half-gallon. I would also recommend when you're trying to turn a pool around, add a half-gallon of liquid poly-type algicide. The name starts with poly, and then it's a really long name. Something like Leslie's Algae Control is a poly-type algicide. Get a half-gallon and then put that in. So you'd shock the pool, and then you'd put the Yellow Treat in, and then you'd put the liquid algicide in that order. Run the pump 24/7. If you have a DE filter and you have a recirculate or pool or small boost on some valves, that is the recirculate option. If you have that, run it in that while you're just trying to turn it around. What that does is just circulate the water, keeps it moving, it bypasses the filter. But if you don't have the option, that's okay. I mean, just try to keep the pump running 24/7 as far as right now, because you need the water circulating. That helps. Add the chemicals in the morning and then check again in the evening and add more if needed. I've dumped 12, 15 pounds in the morning with the yellow treat and then come back in the afternoon and there was 0 free chlorine. And so that's what I'm saying. So another mistake that people make besides not adding enough free chlorine shock is that they will just add some chemicals, and then 3 days later they check it again. No. When you're turning a pool around, you have to check it morning and evening. Morning, evening. So add the chemicals in the morning. I've come in the afternoons, and it was just 0. And so I needed to add it again. Otherwise, you're spiking. You're killing some algae, and then the rest of the next 24 hours till you check it again, or 18 hours, whatever, then it's just continually growing algae. And that's not what you want. You want to keep on it, and you want to keep on it hard. So add the chemicals in the morning, check again in the afternoon. If you need to add another 12 pounds of shock plus another bottle of Yellow Treat, that's what you need to do. So the goal is you must maintain the free chlorine at a 5 or above for 3 to 5 days. So the free chlorine level has to be at a 5 or above for 3 to 5 days. So let's say that you get there in the afternoon after you added stuff and it's only a 2. You need to shock the pool again and add some more yellow treat. You have to be at a 5 or above. That's the key for 3 to 5 days. And then all the stuff will turn white. Once everything turns white, all the algae is dead, and then you can go about cleaning the rest of the pool up. How do you clean the rest of the pool up? If you have a DE filter, then clean the filter and then put fresh DE in there, and then you can start allowing the DE to pull the stuff out of suspension. The white, if everything's white, if you still have a little bit of green in suspension, you look at the water and you see greenish, you still have some algae that's not all dead. You have to get everything completely white, no green look in the water, and then it's all dead. So then you can use the DE filter to pull it out, but it's going to be pulling it out quickly, and that filter can clog up, maybe needing a backwash. Your pressure might spike on the filter within as quickly as 3 hours because the DE is just pulling so much stuff out. So watch it. Every 3 hours, if you need to, then you want to backwash that filter, get some fresh DE in there, and then the DE filter start pulling, helping you clean stuff up. If you have a cartridge filter, then you need to make sure that you clean those cartridges really good. They're going to be slimed up from having circulated all that green algae water, and then if you want to have everything go to the bottom and drop it to the bottom, then you can go ahead and use a flocking agent to make everything go to the bottom. And then step 10 is you vacuum to waste to remove all the dead algae and debris. If you don't have the option to vacuum to waste, you might have to vacuum to the filter. So then you wouldn't have an option but to just try to clean the cartridge filter and then vacuum stuff up a little at a time, making sure that you just vacuum it up and it doesn't blow back into the pool. Or you may have a pool professional come out and vacuum everything out to waste if they have a portable vacuum unit like I do. So anyway, just some thoughts there. This process, this is exactly how I would turn a pool around. If you called me and said, hey, my pool's green, this is what I would do. I would come morning and then I would come in the afternoon, checking the chemicals, brushing the pool again if I needed to. But this process will turn your pool around quickly and give you a clear, good looking pool. Guaranteed.